Have you ever struggled with getting traction in your business, actually being able to make massive moves and actually start to have some level of personal freedom that you basically went into either the Amazon business or business in general to achieve? Hi, my name is Aaron Farrell with Sellers Arena, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the book Who, Not How, and basically how you can leverage this in your business to go ahead and take your business and yourself to the next level. Stay tuned. All right, so oftentimes in society, we're actually taught that we need to be self-reliant, right? We're basically told in school, if we look on someone else's paper, that's actually cheating, or I mean, that particular case definitely is. But even if we were to ask for help, we're almost trained to believe that we're actually not supposed to do that, right? Because in school, a lot of times it's all about just figuring it out yourself, right? Like not actually being able to work in groups, not actually being able to look and see or find the best resource for that particular task or job, but it's to be only self-reliant, and that's what school teaches us, right? But as entrepreneurs, we have to kind of short-circuit that programming, so to speak, and really start to be honest with ourselves that we're not going to be the best person for each job. And Who Not How, Dan Sullivan, he basically is a very renounced business coach, but he basically is saying that, in order to obtain much more personal freedom and, just getting your time back, you have to bring others into the fold, and you have to ask who, not how. So again, in the school programming, we're taught that we have to always learn how to do something, that we need to be the best at everything that we do, and we need to figure it out if we don't know how to do it. Well, this actually slows down progress significantly, especially in a business, right? Because you don't have time as a CEO of a company to wear every single hat in the business. And there's going to be a lot of other people out there where that particular task, that particular thing that you need help with, that's going to be what they know and love to do every single day in and day out, and they're going to be a lot better at it than probably you are going to be able to get, just because they have way more experience or they have way more time to do it, because it's something that is almost like a flow state for them, right? Yeah, oftentimes what really slows us down is us getting in our own way as entrepreneurs. We want to oftentimes keep all of the money in our own pocket, right? We need to see that money leave our pocket, even though it can mean more personal freedom for us, right? So, when you start to build a team, maybe you're not at that point right now, but when you do start to build a team, you're essentially multiplying yourself, right? The most efficient way, because not only now have additional hours that you can actually utilize to get done by utilizing the team, right? Also, after receiving those additional hours, you can hone in and focus on where you thrive, where your value really comes into play. So our business, as an example, I still wear a decent amount of hats, but for the most part, out of the day-to-day operational stuff, we've got a team built around that. We've got people handling issues, and one that's actually edit this video you're watching right now, right? So got a team around us that helps extend hours that I could even provide at the end of the day, and not going to be necessarily the best person to do this particular task. So in this book, it's just kind of talking about rewiring that in your head and really starting to understand that as entrepreneurs, do it all ourselves, and we got to get out of our own way, stop thinking that we can. Probably one of the biggest things for entrepreneurs is to constantly be more efficient in everything they do. That includes in personal life, business life, and so on and so forth. In order to do that, only in your business life have a lot of different who's, right? You have a team, a bunch of who's. Oh, in your personal life, you probably also have a bunch of who's, right? You're probably not in your own oil, or if you are, maybe that's something that you enjoy to do, and you don't necessarily the value in outsourcing that, right? There's many tasks in daily life that we depend on someone else. If you're going to a restaurant and you're buying food, actually you're who in that particular situation, prepping the food, they're sourcing the food, serving you the food, and then after, a lot of times they're actually cleaning up food. So it saves you a lot of time and effort of actually going to a grocery store, preparing the food's done, actually disposing of the food, ending up, right? All these things are little hacks that we use in our life, save time, and we're trading money for more time, right? That's really what this book kind of tries to open up your eyes to do, is just to stop believing that you're the only one. And I mean, I've even heard other business mentors and teachers of mine say that if you're running a business and let's say you have a certain set amount of money that you could pay every single hour, well, as soon as you get to right around that amount, or maybe like $1 more per hour that you're actually bringing in, you should probably allocate all of that to hiring your first employee, right? So a lot of times, as Simon Sinek says, leaders eat last, right? Like in our business, even there's been times where we've struggled with maybe payroll, and we wanted to make sure that we continually would pay our team, but we may not necessarily have been able to pay ourselves for that particular time. And I'm completely okay with that trade-off, because they're helping me significantly increase my free time and availability to work on other things. So while not all that money's going right into my pocket, right, it's actually helping me significantly in the long term. So there are some short-term sacrifices to the who, not how, but they're, in my opinion, worth it in the long term for sure, because they're going to continually pay dividends as your business continues to grow, and as you're continually freeing yourself more and more out of day-to-day decisions where your team has autonomy and can essentially run the business without you. If you weren't available, once you get to the level of profitability, now you can pay your team and you can pay yourself, and you can do that week in and week out, or bi-weekly, or however you do that. But the point is that you have to scale up to that. You're not gonna have this happen overnight, right? But there is a time where you'll actually need an extension of yourself, and you'll have to train someone else to do something, or just find the right person, because oftentimes the right person doesn't even need any training. They might just need a direction of what task is at hand or what needs to be completed, and they're going to be able to run with it, maybe even create an SOP or standard operating procedure for you, and it's going to be way better than anything you're going to be able to come up with. So all that being said, hopefully this has been informative for you guys. I'm going to leave a link for the book below if you're interested in picking this up. Very simplistic concept, but also something that we really need reinforcement on oftentimes as entrepreneurs. So if you got some value from this video, highly appreciate a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified of other videos just like this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.